The European Union has warned that Europe may be facing a major humanitarian crisis and the number of people internally displaced by Russia's invasion could be higher than 7 million. President Putin's announcement that he is putting Russia's nuclear forces on high alert has been condemned in the strongest terms by the Western power.
What is happening now in Ukraine is a true people's war.
Ukraine Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba says the country will not surrender to Russia's invasion as he accused President Vladimir Putin of seeking to increase pressure by ordering its nuclear forces on high alert. The foreign minister also said Russia dropped its preconditions for talks after suffering military setbacks, adding that Ukraine will attend the talks to listen to what Russia had to say. President Zelensky says Russia had agreed to talks at a venue on the Belarusian border, the first since Russia unleashed a full-scale invasion of its neighbor last week. As part of support for Ukraine, the European Union said the bloc will for the first time in its history finance the purchase and delivery of weapons and other equipment to a country that is under attack. The Commission President introduces 3 new sanctions which include banning all Russian aircraft from its airspace, banning the state-owned Russia Today and Sputnik, widening its existing sanctions to target Belarus.
So let me be very clear. Our airspace will be closed to every Russian plane, and that includes the private jets of oligarchs too. Second, in another unprecedented step, we will ban in the European Union the Kremlin's media machine. The state-owned Russia Today and Sputnik, as well as their subsidiaries, will no longer be able to spread their lies to justify Putin's war and to sow division in our union.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has described the new sanctions announced against Russia as decisive action, says the Western countries have to be prepared to help Ukraine by going further.
Horror of what is unfolding in Ukraine is becoming clear to Western audiences, and that is in turn putting huge pressure on Western politicians. We've got to act together, and we've got to do more.
It's important to stress that the nuclear forces of Russia has been put on high alert. I just had a VTC conference with the G7 foreign ministers, and we were joined by Minister Kuleba, who informed us of the latest development on the ground and the Ukraine urgent needs. And I told him very clearly, you came last week, we asked for SWIFT and we asked for arms. And now we are delivering on both sides.
The chief of NATO condemns Russia's president's order to the military to put its nuclear forces on high level of alert as dangerous and irresponsible. Anti-war protests have continued in Poland and Berlin. Volunteers organize help for refugees.